Hey everybody, this is Dino Lorenzo.
And I'm Abby Fagan.
Who I call Milk and Cookies because she's so sweet. And we're back with another episode 7 of Bruce on the Loose. First of all, I want to apologize to all of our loyal listeners because there was Hurricane Irma about a month ago. I was in Florida, so I got hit pretty bad. Luckily, no damage, but I was without power for several days, and it kind of scrambled my head up a little bit. And I want to thank everybody who private messaged me and talked to me on the boards to get me through that time. But we are back now, and there is definitely no stopping us. Isn't that right, Abby?
That's right, and I'm really glad to have you back because I missed you.
Yes, I missed you too. It was a long time. It feels like months, but it's only been about a month. And a lot has happened in this last month, even though we haven't had an episode that we're definitely going to tell you about. But first, we got some special news, an amazing announcement that came out today. The news we've been waiting for it seems forever.
Forever.
We have the release date for Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 3. When is it, Abby? Yeah.
February 25th, 2018.
2018. Love it, baby. I don't know why Starz put it off so far. Well, didn't they get bought out?
They did by Lionsgate.
So I don't know if that has anything to do with, the postponement of season 3, because we know that it usually starts September, October-ish, and that's where everybody was expecting it because Halloween time. We now have it, 2/25/2018. Very important. What do these people have to do if they want to see a season 4?
Stop illegally downloading it.
Right. I mean, you love Ash, you love Bruce, you love blood, you love chainsaws. The show is amazing. The 2 seasons they've had so far have been great. Don't watch it illegally. You're the first people to complain that the show gets canceled, but you have to do your part too. Starz is not expensive. What is it, $8.95 a month if you order it?
Through Comcast, it's $12.99, but Amazon's got it pretty cheap. I think it's $10.99 maybe.
Not bad. Download the Starz app. I mean, do your part to keep this show on the air.
If you don't pay for it, you don't get it. It's like going to a store.
Right. Absolutely right. You don't want to steal it. Now, Bruce has already said the future of the show is in question. So even he was talking about, Abby, I know you shared a link in the club the other day about him possibly hanging up the chainsaw. We don't want that to happen. Originally he said he wanted 5 seasons. I'm good with that. Let's do our part. I pay for Starz, so let's do it. Download the app, pay for Starz, do it through Amazon, any way you can.
Get an episode. You can buy them singles. There's so many options. Oh yeah, you can go on Amazon and buy them singly, or you can buy the season and watch it like that. And it's like $23 for the season. You get to own it.
See, that's not bad. And I guarantee, if you choose to download an episode, you're gonna end up getting the whole season because the show's that good. You want to see what happens next. So please do your part. No illegal downloading.
Stop it, you nasty pirates.
That's it. Jeez. It's such a big problem with everything. So there's that. Now, Abby, tell them the big news.
We got invited to be press at the Sinister Creature Con here in Sacramento.
Yes.
It's so awesome. Press. I wouldn't have ever thought us being press, Dino.
Me neither, right? I mean, can you believe it? Like a newsman, Like, what did you say? What did you want to do? You wanted to wear the little fedora?
Yeah, I'm going to go in there 1940s style with the little press hat and I'm going to talk all fast and stuff,
Yeah, like Smitty.
Like Smitty.
A little Smitty hat with the press in it. That would be awesome. But yes, can you believe it? We're covering our first con.
It's so awesome.
I can't wait. Now, this is the Sinister Creature Con. It's in Sacramento, California, October 14th and 15th at the Scottish Rite Center.
Yes. 14th and 15th. That's Saturday and Sunday.
They've had it at the same venue before?
Yeah. This is their 3rd year, I think, at the Scottish Rite Center. And it's a big venue, but it's quaint.
That's nice.
It's nice. It's very everybody's kind of bunched in, and it's a neat affair.
That's cool. So it's nice and it's intimate, and they got a hell of a lineup for guests. Obviously we do the Bruce Campbell podcast, so there has to be some relation as to why they actually invited us. So who's headlining this? Who's the first person, the featured guest?
The featured guest is Ted Raimi.
Oh man. Joxer himself.
Oh, Joxer.
Ted Raimi. I mean, I've been watching this guy almost my whole life, He was like one of the original fake Shemps in Evil Dead. I believe he played Scotty's legs walking across the cabin floor.
Absolutely.
Bit parts in Crime Wave as the waiter, Evil Dead 2 as Henrietta. Love that. The Witch in the Cellar. Then have you ever seen, he did a movie, Skinner, with Tracy Lords, I believe. That was like I don't know if it ever got released, but yeah. Ted Raimi and Tracy Lords, I hope he got lucky. But it was like a direct-to-video thing. I remember that I got it from Blockbuster or something years ago. But he's done so much. Darkman, Lunatics, A Love Story, which is fabulous.
It is fantastic.
It is so underrated. It's just so awesome. I love Ted Raimi in that. And of course, Bruce has his little cameo in there as the jerk-off boyfriend. And then, of course, Army of Darkness, right? He played 4 or 5 roles in that.
Oh my gosh, that guy was in it all over the place.
I love it. Do you remember Sequest when he was on Sequest DSV?
I haven't even thought of Sequest in so long.
That's what I mean. It was Ted Raimi and wasn't Jonathan Brandis in the show?
Oh.
I believe he was. And then Roy Scheider was the old crusty captain. Good stuff. That was on for a season or 2. And then, of course, Joxer and Xena, Spider-Man, and My Name is Bruce. Ted Raimi's the main headliner, but we also have Danny Hicks, our friend from the club. Danny Hicks, awesome guy, participates in the Bruce Campbell Fan Club Facebook group. Obviously, he played Jake in Evil Dead 2. Bobby Joe, where are you, girl? You gotta love that.
And Intruder.
Oh, Intruder. Amazing role for Danny Hicks. I love
that. He was boss in that film. Oh my God.
I think I've only seen that like twice, and it was like 25 years ago or even, longer than that. I definitely need to see that again, but I remember loving it. And everyone's got a cameo in that.
Everybody's in that one.
Absolutely. Danny Hicks played an awesome role in Darkman as Skip, the one-legged, thug. Gotta love that. Gets my favorite laugh in the whole movie with his joke,
Yeah.
Let's see, Wishmaster. He appeared in Spider-Man 2 and also My Name is Bruce, where he played Timothy Quill's lover. That was awesome. Those 2 guys are just so awesome in the club, too.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
And I can't wait to meet him because we were talking about Darkman, the club members, and I posted the line, take the fucking elephant. And he commented and said, one of these days you have to ask me about that line. I have a great story to tell you. So I can't wait to hear that. Oh yeah, I have to know.
That's exciting.
It's sort of like Timothy Quill's what he told me about the earring. He says, one day when we meet, I'm going to tell you about the earring. I kind of guessed a little bit what it was, but I still want to hear it from the horse's mouth,
Right.
And then another guest, Dana DiLorenzo.
Yay! I'm so excited to meet her. She seems like she's such a personality.
She really is, and she was really sweet. I don't know if you guys that are listening saw the post, but Chris Rupp went to go meet her, and his kids were dressed as Ash and Kelly, and she actually gave a shout out to Bruce on the Loose. She said it was really great. Oh, I was so psyched. I got goosebumps. I was just so happy that she was able to say that. So we can't wait to see her. I mean, she doesn't just do Ash versus Evil Dead. She's done a ton of TV and commercials. Oh, yeah. She played the Rhino on the Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, and she was even in one of those Harold and Kumar movies, the 3D Christmas one. It was a very Harold and Kumar 3D Christmas.
That's it. So that was fantastic.
And she's got a couple of things coming up. I was looking at IMDb and I see that she's got 1 or 2 movie projects coming up. So good for her. I'm sure the show is really being pretty good for her because she's amazing and I love her. I love her foul mouth. Her. I love her toughness. It's just awesome. And of course, her partner, Ray Santiago, who plays Pablo.
I can't wait to meet him.
Yeah, he's another one. He's another one that's just so cool and so personable. I mean, I've heard nothing but good things from people who went out to meet him. He's been acting for a while, too. His first movie was a movie called Girl Fight, about a female boxer. And then he was in Meet the Fockers. He did some TV. He was on Raising Hope. And now he's pretty much exclusively doing Ash versus Evil Dead. But these two, Dana and Ray, I mean, they're really getting around. They're doing the con circuit.
Yes, they are. And rightfully so. I would just am so excited to meet both of them, all 4 of them, all of them. I want to meet them all. And that's just the Ash vs. Evil, or like the Evil Dead crew.
Oh yeah. I just wanted to ask you, have you ever met any of those 4 before?
I've met Ted Raimi. I have met Ted.
You did? Where?
And I met him at the premiere of 30 Days of Night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, him and Sam were together, and I got it was funny because Josh Hartnett booked it like as soon as the movie was over, or I don't even know when he left, but he was gone. So he was the name, but Sam and Ted were in the audience, and I went up to him and I have my photos and got to say how much I love their work, and stuff. So it was cool.
That's amazing. I'm so glad that you did that. Sam produced that, didn't he? He was an executive producer. Yeah.
I believe it was the first Ghost House film.
Really?
Yeah, because I want to say it was, or unless The Grudge was.
That takes a little bit of looking into. I think maybe The Grudge was. I don't remember the timeline of.
Oh no, it was Boogeyman. Oh, never mind. It was freaking Boogeyman.
Going back. But Ghost House Pictures, I love them.
Yeah, no, me too.
Going back to the con guests, you know who else is going to be there?
No.
Danielle Harris. You remember her?
Yeah, of course I remember her.
She was Michael Myers' niece, Jamie, in Halloween 4 and 5. And then she did another Halloween. She did the Halloween remake and the sequel as Annie Brackett, different character. But I used to love that. You know, a lot of people hated those Halloween movies.
Really?
Where it was about the little girl and the niece and stuff. Yeah, because you know what? Future sequels just completely abandoned that storyline and acted like it never happened. With the Cult of Thorn and all that. Do you remember that with the tattoo on the wrist?
No. Gosh, it's been forever.
You weren't a Halloween fan, weren't you?
I was not a Halloween fan. I'm sorry.
I love
Season of the Witch. That was my favorite one.
Oh, man. And that's the one. You know what? That's a good movie on its own. I don't know why they felt they had to put the Halloween title onto that, Halloween 3. But, I mean, you have Tom Atkins. So, first of all, it's good.
Right.
You know? I mean, anything he does is good to me. I love the guy. You got Tom Atkins. It's a great story, but everybody wanted Michael Myers. You know what I'm saying? So, no Michael Myers in that one, unfortunately.
That's okay.
But Danielle Harris did a lot more. She was on TV. She was on the Roseanne show, Roseanne Barr.
Oh, yeah.
She did another great movie where she played a little foul-mouthed little girl, The Last Boy Scout. She was Bruce Willis's daughter. Did you ever see that?
No.
Oh, it's just so fun. Damon Wayans and Bruce
No
Willis
way.
cursing and smoking cigarettes.
I never heard that.
She's just there's a scene in it that is just so amazing. She has a little puppet, and Bruce Willis is surrounded by gunmen in the forest. You know what I mean? And she's his daughter, and she hates his guts. But they're just about to shoot Bruce Willis, and she walks in with this puppet, and she says, "Hey, mister." And all the gunmen are taken aback, you know, because they're looking at this little girl. They don't want to kill this guy in front of this little girl. "Hey, mister, I have a puppet. Can you make it talk?" And she gives it to him, and he puts his hand in it, and there's a gun in there. It's awesome. And he just starts blasting away all the bad guys. It's great. It's Bruce Willis at his best, you know.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love that stuff. I'm a Bruce Willis fan, yes.
That's okay. You're allowed. I like diehards.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's probably really Bruce Willis at his best.
Yeah.
The earlier diehards. The last two, I'm not too sure about that. But anyway, wrong Bruce. We're getting on the wrong Bruce here.
Bruce Campbell. Back to Bruce Campbell.
Right.
Well, the Sinister Creature Con.
Sinister Creature Con is just amazing. So Danielle Harris is going to be there. I really can't wait to talk to her. We also have Michael Myers himself, George P. Wilbur, who played Michael Myers in Halloween 4 and in The Curse of Michael Myers. So, do you know Michael Myers' other name?
No.
Like in the script, it doesn't say Michael Myers does this and Michael does that. In the scripts, he's called The Shape.
Oh, really? That would have been scarier.
Yep, absolutely. So, you know, that's a little trivia for you. I mean, diehard fans know Michael is known as The Shape. I guess that's the way John Carpenter wrote him in the original script, because he was just a shape.
Well, I mean...
But he played him twice.
He's kind of a shape, you know, that resembles William Shatner.
He's quite shapely. A shape with a butcher knife.
Right.
But he's going to be there. And he's normally a stuntman, but he's done a couple of little things. So that's George P. Wilbur.
That's awesome.
And then we have Marky Ramone, the drummer from the Ramones.
That's pretty fantastic.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, the Ramones have been around forever. I mean, probably since before I've been born. But we all love the Ramones, and he's a Brooklyn boy, where my family comes from, so definitely that. And then Jason Baldwin. Do you know who Jason Baldwin? He's one of the West Memphis Three.
I don't know.
He's going to be there, and it's quite a shock, you know, that he's going to be there, because the West Memphis Three are three dudes from West Memphis, obviously, who were accused of killing some children for, like, in satanic rituals.
What?
And they went to yes. You need to look this up. There's documentaries out about it. My wife was a big supporter of them, because they went to jail for like 18 years and some months. And then they were eventually, somehow new evidence came out. They weren't really acquitted. They did some sort of plea where they pled guilty, but still maintained their innocence, and they were all released. I mean, one of them was on death row.
That's
the main one.
Cool. So he's a real life horror guy. I mean,
supposedly not. I mean, you know, these guys.
But he's famous for
innocent.
Being true horror.
Right, for being some satanic cult member who killed and dismembered children, or I mean, I can't remember what it was. I've seen 2 of the documentaries. There's 2 or 3, and there's countless books on the subject.
Oh my God.
But he's going to be there, so I definitely want to, check out his panel, because my wife has always been interested in that. And based on the evidence, she's always maintained that they were innocent. It wasn't them.
Looking at him, I wouldn't have guessed it was him.
Right? I mean, none of them look like killers or anything like that, but check into it. It's cool. And you listeners, too, if you don't know about West Memphis 3, check it out.
Oh, I will definitely check that out.
It's very interesting stuff.
Wow.
Now, we all know that Abby does FX, right?
Right.
Tell us a little bit about what you do, and you're going to be there as a vendor as well?
Yeah, I'd be selling my wearable art. I work as a special effects makeup artist and have done a couple movies and that kind of fun stuff, so.
That's awesome. That's wonderful. And speaking of that, I mean, I would hope to one day see you on Face Off.
No, but there's a lot of
A
Face
few
Off
of them
people.
are going to be at the show.
And they're fantastic.
I was going to say, that's why I brought it up.
They're fantastic people, too. We've got, like, Nicole Chaleli, Alan Carnes, Sig Neutron. I mean, these guys are... Melissa Ebby. If you ever meet her, she's a fantastic person, just in person. And Margaret Kerrigan, she's out of San Francisco. She's got her own little posse going on down there. She's a fantastic person too. These people, the face-off people, are the most down-to-earth people that you'll ever meet. So yeah, Dan Acosta, I've worked with him. He's not from Face Off, but he is a local makeup artist. There's a few of them that are not from Face Off, but there's a few that are. And that's what this con really came together for, was to showcase these makeup artists. And that's why it's called Creature Con, Sinister Creature Con,
Sure.
is because it was a showcase of the special effects community that's local and not local and Face Off and that kind of stuff. But I mean, the featured guests that we have, like Ted Raimi. I mean, the first year that it came, it was Greg Nicotero.
Oh, God. I mean, he's one of the best in the business, if not the best in the business.
Absolutely. V. Neal was at the Stockton Con, and the year prior to, she was there. So, I mean, this con was made for art. So it's not like your average convention, your pop convention, where you're going and you're meeting these people, and that's all that there is there's comic books and blah, 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 blah. It's all for art, and then we get our featured, the movie stars that, and sometimes people complain about how some guests cancel, but really you should go to support the art of horror. I mean, that's really what it is.
Absolutely. Because you know what I hear time and time again? People bitch about CGI. I hate CGI. I liked it better when they were rubber monsters and masks, and these are the people that do that.
Right.
So go out and support them.
Yeah, absolutely. Sinister Creature Con. It's gonna be fantastic.
Con is gonna be amazing.
I know, and you get to come.
Now, right, and that's what I was just gonna say. We got this offer so late in the game. I mean, like 2 weeks before, and maybe 3 weeks before, and I said, well, Abby lives out in California. She's going to be the one to cover the con, that lucky bitch. And I wasn't going to be able to make it. I mean, just 3 weeks. Hey, come out to Sacramento. Couldn't do it. So I, posted in the Bruce on the Loose Facebook group and said, it's going to be great. Abby's going to cover it. I wish I could go, but I can't. And a donor, one of our most loyal fans, actually sponsored my trip to go. It's amazing.
So
I haven't cleared with her to be able to give her name out. So I just want to say thank you so much. You've been a friend to me over the past year, and I really appreciate what you've done, giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much. God bless you.
And happy birthday. No.
So I will be there. And happy birthday. Yeah, exactly. You listeners can figure that out on your own. But yes, and not only is it going to be the ability to cover the con, I'm going to meet Abby, my co-host, for the first time in person.
It's exciting.
Isn't that amazing?
I'm so excited.
I can't wait. And maybe I'll finally get one of those wearable arts.
Yeah, you can.
I'll have to buy one, of course, at the con, but
sure you will.
Yeah. And then, of course, our special friend from the group, Jeremy Johnston, will be able to see him.
Yes. Oh, you know what?
What we have now is, a couple of our listeners and fans and friends have told us to do a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter for the podcast, and I was reluctant to do it because, didn't think that we should, but they actually talked us into it. Mm-hmm. So we did a Kickstarter. We did something very low, because what I found out about Kickstarter is if you set too high of an amount that you want to reach as your goal, if you don't make that, the pledges mean nothing. So you have to make goals. So we went really low. And it's just for, internet, the websites that host us for the podcast, some of the prizes. I've been giving prizes away in the Bruce Campbell Fan Club for about 2 years, and every one of them's come out of my pocket.
Right.
And then we've had a few people donate stuff as well, more recently since the podcast. But everything, and I don't mind. I'm not complaining. I love to do it. Making people happy and, giving them books and comic books and action figures of Evil Dead, Bruce, whatever. I love that. I like the contests. As far as I know, they never had contests in the club until I came along. I just started doing it because
it's fun.
It makes me happy to make people happy. Now, my sister says that's selfish. You're being selfish because is this weird logic? You're being selfish because it makes you happy to do things for other people.
I've been told that before too, and I don't get it.
Are for a selfish reason.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I kind of get it. I don't think it's selfish giving somebody something, but I do get something out of it. I don't get any money, but I get happiness out of it. So in her logic, that's selfish. It's a little bit weird. I kind of get where it's coming from, but I just think it's comical, that I'm selfishly, giving out
selfless.
But yeah, that's an oxymoron. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so we want to thank Dee
Malick. Yes. Oh, yes. A very wonderful person. I talk to her all the time. She's always in the group. She actually introduced me to Christopher Bond, the guy who wrote the Evil Dead musical. Ooh. So I want to thank her for that and thank her for her donation.
Yes, thank you. And then we have Jeremy Johnston.
Jeremy Johnston, who took home the Promised One prize. Now, that was amazing because he's a personal friend of ours, and he actually gave the biggest donation for the biggest prize. So he actually will get a wearable ash chainsaw that's made by Nicholas Valenta.
Yes. And check his site out on Etsy.
Oh, yeah. Nick's Saw Mart. This guy makes, I've seen tons of people who make their own chainsaw props that are cool and passable, but Nick makes the most amazing chainsaws. They are replicas. And
absolutely.
He told me there's like a 2-day turnaround. I'm like, are you insane? How do you do something so great so
what?
fast? Yeah. So he just, he donated one to us, and Jeremy Johnston's going to bring it on home. So thank you so much, JJ. JJ, that's my buddy, JJ.
Paul Williams.
Paul Williams. Thank you very much. Winner. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bob Socrates,
who we've had on the show. We love him. Great guy. He donates stuff to us too, so for prizes. Amazing dude. We got to have him back on the show because when we had him on the show, we talked about his experiences and his tattoos, and since then he's met Bruce Campbell again and actually hung out with him. So we definitely have to get him back on the show because he told us all about it, but I'd like our listeners to hear about it as well. Thank you so much.
Me
Bob,
too. Yeah.
Travis, Socrates. Thank you.
Rebecca Martz
Burley. Absolutely. Yes, this was a total surprise to me. Rebecca's actually a moderator on the Bruce Campbell Fan Club as well, just like you. And
yes,
I've been talking to her for years. She was great. When we first started talking, she asked if she could be a moderator. And of course, I had to wait a certain time and smooth it over because we had a ton of admins. But I finally was able to get her to do that. And she's got that Book of the Thread coming out. That cross-stitch Evil Dead officially licensed book. Amazing stuff. So thank you so much, Rebecca. We appreciate your donation. Thank you.
Yep, Mark Ward. Right. And then Sarah.
That's right.
She donated.
Sarah Louise Savage. Mm-hmm. Now, these are some of our closest friends on the boards and on Facebook and in life, to be honest with you. Sarah, thank you so much. Love her to death.
Love her.
Mark Ward. I love Mark. Mark is great. An amazing, talented artist. You guys should see him in the club. He likes to post some crazy things, but it's always fun. So thank you both. Now, that's all the official donations, right?
That's all the official donations, yes.
I did receive 2 extra donations privately because, again, Kickstarter won't take the money from the people who are donating until you reach goal and the timeline is up. So I had 2 people who donated to me privately because they did not want it to hit their bank account at the wrong time. I'm sure you can understand.
Totally understand.
I live I live hand to mouth, so I would do the same exact thing, you know?
Yes.
So that was Jerry Krieger, my buddy Jerry.
Thank
You can
you.
see him in the club as well. Thank you so much, Jerry. And then, of course, Jason Kulas. And Jason's another guy, great dude.
Oh, Jason.
See him in the club.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much for your donations, everybody. I mean, it's going to go a long way into getting us some new equipment, some really cool prizes. And we're working on a new format, too. So we're going to have a couple of little surprises coming up in the next few weeks because we're kind of revamping how the show is going to go. So we hope you're all going to be there along for the ride. So thank you so much for your donations. It's awesome.
Wow.
We have one last thing.
Could it be?
And that's to announce, what is it?
Could it be?
Could it be? Is it?
Is it?
It's the contest winner.
Oh.
Now, I apologize. This is so far past schedule because of the storm, but we are about to name the contest winner for the amazing tattoo contest. Who had the best, most memorable Evil Dead or Bruce related tattoo, and who's the winner of that?
Well, to be honest, they were all really, really, really good. And it was really, really, really hard. But
they were amazing. I mean, some people had their full backs tattooed, and I mean their whole entire bodies. It was crazy. Do you have any tattoos?
no.
No, right?
No.
Me neither. I've always wanted one, but I can't decide what I want to have on me for the rest of my life.
Exactly. That's my...
But these people... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No. You don't... That's the tattoo. You have to know for sure that you want this on your body for the rest of your life, and I'm just not sure exactly what I'd want.
I'm just going to say something really quickly. I went to high school with a guy. Great dude. We called him Mad Dog. And he went to get his first tattoo, and everybody was psyched. And when he came back, it was like the Tasmanian Devil or something like, or Yosemite Sam, or like something ridiculous from Warner Brothers. And I'm like, you are so going to regret this in 20 years. Other guys get a skull with a knife through it, or that stupid panther that's digging into your skin,
Yeah.
But this was like Yosemite Sam, or it was just, and I said, that's what discouraged me from tattoos for the rest of my life. But these people in this contest, they have no doubt about what they want to carry on them for the rest of their lives.
And they're fantastic. So that's another thing. If you don't get the right tattoo artist, that's another thing that scares me. Is you want this, you figured it out, and you go to your tattoo artist that everybody raves about, and then all of a sudden it's not what you wanted. But you have it permanent.
I've seen some bad.
Yeah, like the no regrets and the...
yeah. But like, yeah, you go in and, you want Bruce Campbell and it comes out, to end up looking like Ernest or something, you know what I mean?
That
It's
would be
Ernest
okay
scared
with
straight.
me.
Well, I know that would be okay with you. You're an Ernest fan, but some people don't like Jim Varney.
Why? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I like him.
He's good. He's a good guy. In real life. Anyways, the winner is Mackie Rihanna.
Mackie Rihanna. And what was that tattoo? I'm going to show it for the YouTube listeners.
It's Ash with the chainsaw by his face, and it's on her calf, I believe. And it's absolutely
beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, I mean, a master tattoo artist must have done this for her because
all the
beautiful.
pain and all the work that went into this detailed little beauty. Oh my God. But it's gorgeous.
Now that couldn't have been done in one session, right? I mean, that has to be like multiple visits. I don't know anything about tattoos, but I know something with that degree of detail, you'd have to go back at least 2 or 3 times, right?
Like Travis, or he said it took him 4 years to get it completely done.
Wow. That's dedication to a piece of art.
Absolutely.
But again, October 14th and 15th, Saturday and Sunday in Sacramento, California. And then Bruce shows up just a couple of days later. I wish I could extend my trip.
I wish you could too, because Tuesday. It's only Tuesday. It's not like the end of the week. It's Tuesday. So you got the Sinister Creature Con with all the gang, and then you got Bruce Campbell on Tuesday.
I was lucky enough to get Friday off because I travel on Friday. I show up in California Friday night, and then I come home Sunday night. And you know what? I get back into Tampa at 6:35 a.m. and I got to be at work at 8 a.m.
On Monday.
So it's good.
Oh my God.
It's going to be rough. So I couldn't get Monday or Tuesday off. Otherwise, I would have stayed.
That's a sad day.
But it's very sad.
I'm really sad.
But
about
it's
it.
not so bad.
No, because you're going to
2
meet
weeks
him
later,
anyways, right?
2 weeks later in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Walker Stalker Con, I will be there. And then I'll get to see him, I think, a week after that in Orlando.
In November, what, 9th?
I think it's the 2nd or the 3rd.
Is it?
Yes.
You're right. It is the 2nd or the 3rd. You're absolutely right. And you get to
Right.
meet the
And you know why
lovely
I know?
Susan.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. That's why I know.
That is so
Our
exciting.
good friend, our favorite Twitter whore, Susan on the Ledge. We love her. Hey, she said it about herself. Not us. Susan, you know I love you. I'm sorry.
Hey, Bruce Campbell said it about all of us. We're all whores.
Yeah, Facebook whores. A lot of people were turned off by that, but
Really?
I thought it was funny. What the hell? We are Facebook whores. I'm on there 50 times a day.
I need to get off there sometimes. That's funny because I'm a whore.
You know how to get off, baby. Get off my Facebook. There's a joke. You know what I mean? They need to work on that. I don't know. There's a joke in there somewhere. But that's about all we got for this episode of Bruce on the Loose. What do you got coming up? Anything?
Nope, that's it. I've been working hard
Just
to get
the con.
those.
You're going to take tons of your wearable art, right?
Oh, yeah. I'll be there with my wearable art.
Awesome.
Hands.
Can't wait.
And I'm going to go see Evil Dead the Musical on that Sunday after the con.
Really? So that Sunday night while I'll be flying, you'll be at Evil Dead the Musical?
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You got to give us a full report on that. Take pictures.
Yeah, and it looks like the cast looks pretty cool, actually. I'm excited.
That's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. So just before we go, I just want to let you guys know, if we know you love the Evil Dead, that's probably why you're listening. So check out evildeadnews.com. We also have thedeaditeslayer.com. What else do we got? A lot of our friends and supporters.
1428 Elm, is that what it is?
Yes, 1428elm.com. Great horror website. Go and check it out.
And Sinister Creature, don't get your tickets to Sinister Creature Con.
Yes, and don't forget to download the Stars app and order Stars for Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 3. This way we can have an Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 4. All right? You bucketheads, do it.
Do it.
And that's it for this episode of Bruce on the Loose. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for listening, and stay groovy, baby.
Groovy, yeah.